is Annie Miller's office, which is the administration office here in Kennewick, Washington. The COVID-19 process was the primary presidential election in March, which is the services they provide. It's a parking lot, it's increments of the parking lot, this entire parking lot. We got the offices and their services, the increments of no tickets, no citations, nothing like that. No tickets or outstanding tickets, no outstanding services in increments and restitution or hearing. Any of those matters. I mean, your DOL, Department of Licensing, you have to go to DOL, and you have to work with the DOL. Department of Licensing, some people don't want to work with the DOL, like Central and certain administration office, which I have Class A and B, CDL license, I got CDL license, I got a driver's license, I got a business license, and also there's a chauffeur's license increments that you take on a portfolio here at Benton County Justice Department, where I have the sidewalk extends to the bus stop, which it's of course Othello, Washington, Mr. Eric Olson. Eric Olson's a business owner. He runs businesses, offices, administration offices. You can see that he has administration office here in Othello, Washington. Grant County Prosecutor in Moses Lake is Mr. Dino Garth. Jennifer, 509-754-2011, extension 3971, C Street, Northwest, Alfredo, Washington, 9823, 509-754-2011, extension number 3971, fax 509-754-6588. And Human Resources, Larissa Press, P.O. Box 3735, C Street, Northwest, Alfredo, Washington, 98823, 509-754-2011, extension 4903, fax 509-754-6588. Kurt Slinger as well, with Human Resources, Larissa Perez, and Grant County, Superior Court, District Court, and Municipal Court. And I'm over 210 West Broadway, Mr. Dixon, Superior Court Dixon, and Judge Carol J. Benzel at District Court at Suite 400 at 425 East Main Street, Othello, Washington. Melissa McKnight, Grant County Courthouse, P.O. Box 37, Alfredo, Washington, 98823-509-754-2011, extension 2610. Fort Lauderdale South, Mosley Police Department, Kevin Pure, Mosley Police Department, license plate 63379D, March 2nd, squad car 036, City of Mosley Lake, Washington. He's going to testify. State Patrol's officers are going to testify. I don't drink, I don't do no Alka-Seltzer, I don't take Alka-Seltzer, I'm not a diabetic, I'm not a borderline diabetic. Andy Miller is not a diabetic. Andy's mother and father is not a diabetic. My grandmother and grandfather, other father, is not diabetic. He's having Jim Logan, Betty Logan, and Carpenter Carroll, so they're not diabetics. So I take blood every month and give it to the prosecutor and the doctors, administration doctors. And that squad car is 036 City of Moses Lake, Washington, March 2nd, 2020. That's Kevin Pure. Kevin Pure, Moses Lake 411 South Boston Police Department, Kevin Pure. He testifies as well, increments making a phone call to Andy Miller. Jessica Rodriguez, police at SJ Police, Stephen J. Police, 190 East Main Street, Othello, Washington. Mailing address, P.O. Box. Now, J Police, Stephen J. Police post office mailbox is 2825 Othello, Washington, 99344. Email info, sjpolicelaw.com, 509-488-3303, fax 509-488-6373. Now, Norman Rodriguez was with Mr. Kevin Holt, a United States Army lawyer. United States Army lawyer, he's Mr. Police, and Mrs. Jessica Rodriguez, Norman Rodriguez. They're on Facebook. Steve H. Sackman, 45 East Hemlock Street, Othello, Washington, 99344, 509-488-5636. That's a case that was opened up for Washington Square Apartments. Washington Square Apartments had electrical fire and also asphalt that was paved. It's called broncoing. Weeds breaking through the lining of the asphalt means it's called broncoing. Brandon West, afraid of Washington, criminal defense lawyer, 10 North Street, Suite 647, Spokane, Washington, 99201, 509-747-2855, fax 509-463-7070, Brandon West Law at gmail.com. Now, the Othello District Court, Carol J. Benzel, 425 East Main Street, Suite 400, Othello, Washington, 9934, 509-488-3935, Bill Gates. The founder of Bill Gates' Microsoft company is 1835 73rd Avenue, Northeast Medina, Washington. We got it on Redial. And we get that Bill Gates' phone number on Redial. From phone records, recollection from Microsoft phone number, which is paid for in full. Cooney Law Firm, PS 30 West Indiana Avenue, Spokane, Washington, 99205 509 598 2677 1-888 302 fax 509-325-1859. For emergencies, 509-327-6000. LD Cooney and that's jcooney.com. And that's Dallas Cooney, Jim Cooney, and also John Cooney, the Judge Administration Office for Administration Office. The website is http://jcooney.com. 326-2613 is for the other phone call. Shows Talbot Wallace, attorney at law, 56 C Street, Northwest P.O. Box. Kenneth W. Chadwick, Natalie Hoverdam, and Stephen W. Reagan, like Ronald Reagan. McKinnon Law Firm, Professional Search Coach, John Luke McKinnon, 509-765-4451. Fax 509-765-6019. That's 509-6019. 70 East Olive Avenue, and that's Mrs. Rhonda Kaiser. Ron Kaiser. Right behind there is the Olive Avenue, 704. That's McKinnon, John McKinnon Law Firm, professional service. You can do increments of the layout of how the layout for parameter of the Benton County Justice Department. We get the fire department, which is right across the street. The number 3, there's a number 3, there's a number 5. There's number 5 in Moses Lake. There's a number 5 in Moses Lake, Washington International Airport, which is Moses Lake International Airport. And this is number 1. Number 3, this is number 3. And this one is right next door for increments, right next to our layout for the steel beams, landscape, the pea gravel, the rubble, the cat hoe, the trailer systems, the piping, the steel beams, the engineering, and services that they got. The fire sprinkler room, the boiler room, they're coming in here, moving everything out of there. And there's some leaks and coordination services, which has been taken care of. Now this whole area has been covered with steel, boulder, landscape, fencing, the Fire Department 3. Fire Department 3, there's number 5. Oh yeah, on Kellogg there's number 5 and 3 and 1. And also Moses Lake International Airport, where Air Force One lands and transport their information increments for the Microsoft company, Mr. Bill Gates, which is the founder of the Microsoft company. Now, Bill Gates, he's been Bill Gates at 1835 73rd Avenue, Northeast Avenue in Washington. He's been a competitor here for a long time. Bill Gates, 1835 73rd Avenue, Northeast Medina, Washington, Medina. Zip code is 98039, and he's been competing for this services for a long, long time. And there's no cutting back out of it. There's no slacking out of it. We got steel, we got compound, we got Ajmer Singh Nijjar, Cimaron 5, Moon Ganja in the parking lot where they're building the foundation. Since Microsoft components and services and devices I got, Surface, S9, S10, S's, Androids, XR Maxes, Apple's Air 1s, Air 2s, tablets, Verizon equipment. See, all these tools and the fashion of equipment is being broadcasted and laid out to the formalities. Every parking spot, the AM irrigation truck that we built a Home Depot here in Kennewick, and it's on Tappa's Hill. Now it's called Coles, but we drove that truck here because there was a $1 million wall, and that $1 million wall collapsed on me. So I came here in Andy Miller's office so they can do what they have to do, fingerprint, arrest people, things of that nature, so they can detain and stop the situation of master plotting a gravel wall, retaining wall, falling me to my depths of my supposedly going a double depth liner. Get a double depth liner and put your wife and Felix Barela in it, and put a seal on it and a concrete liner at Mueller's Funeral Home, J. Mueller's Administration at 14-1 South Unit. And then on that pond part where all the parts and pond accessories came from Montana, they're going to make it look real good. Yeah, Felix Barela died and killed, and of course all the Robin and Mrs. Swanberg and Mrs. Swanberg and Mr. Judge Swanberg, and also the SUV Trailblazer from Country Financial, and Mr. McKinnon Law Firm, Mr. Brandon West from Spokane, and the Public Defender Council, bilingual, that's been there for 25 years, knowing that I'm in the courtroom. Yeah, Felix is here, and you're not even here, Mr. Brandon West. We're going to have to, this is District Court parking lot, Miss Carol J. Benz, District Court parking lot, Mr. Swanberg, District Court parking lot number 3, District Court parking lot number 2, District Court parking lot number 1, County Vehicles Commissioners, Parking Vehicles Commissioners. You know, you put the double depth liner, the Monarch, the ARCs, and then also the Pentagon, and also the Navy Department's Frank Comusco, and their services that imply the services that they got. I mean, they can make it covered all they want, Run the steel, the beams, the parts, the John Deere Evergreen implement, the Kubota excavator, the Earthmover, the D69, the United States of America, the D9 camouflage that's at Sunset Acres with Ajmer Singh Nijjar, the Tundra that's parked, the VIN numbers, mother and father, Moon Ganja, Bach, and Donald Trump. I got your driver's license increments. I got my CDL license increments and pretty much downloaded. I mean, you can have, there's no hiding from any kind of increments of them saying that I don't go in this office. I'm going to Amber's office, and I do everything. Go upstairs and downstairs. Superior Court judges Dennis Jewell, Judge Craig Matt, Judge Visitor Van Scooter, Carol Brown, Rob Swisher. And this is Donald Trump when he's getting his divorce settlement. I'm sitting in the back of the limousine with the Pepsi. He's in the limousine, but they're all in the limousine. They're going to get married, so the factual facts that which shows it's on the plaque, and that's Mrs. Taylor and Larry Terry, Sheriff, U.S. Marshal Taylor at the Justice Department, which is the federal courtroom in Richmond, Washington. It's on YouTube, Facebook. Huh? Now, Susan Taskin, Contractor Grego, Superior Court Clerk, Case Staples. Now, we're going to download this increments, lay it out in format. Miss Moon Ganja and Ajmer Singh Nijjar, he's billionaire. Don Trump didn't know what to think of Mr. Ajmer. He's a billionaire. They didn't know how to, he speaks English. And he can plumb, he can weld, he can landscape, he can excavate, he can prune, plant, he can trim, he can call the Olympia office, Secretary Kim Wayman, effective UBI numbers, demonstrate, lay down mortars, lay down donuts of Vista Utilities, maintenance services, natural propane lines. All those services increments is loading and downloading and increments of serving Microsoft components. Mr. Bill Gates services, implying their equal opportunity to warn everybody about the COVID-19, the vaccinations, their viruses that they're going to be being promoted for that $300 million increment donations to the COVID-19. Mr. Bill Gates, of course. So since all that is downloaded, incremented, and warned, processed, and laid out, Mr. Andy Miller, prosecutor of Washington State, Mr. J. Miller administration, Frank Camusco, and Rhonda Kaiser administration office, they can have all this increments downloaded, submitted, all in one tube. Bring all the money, transaction reports, DOL, have their in-services increment implying the increments of total economic transactions reports. Here, come to you live. Andy Miller's office, 712 West Okanagan Place, Kind of 99336.